I believe, but cannot prove, of course, that my mom caught something at the hospital going back and forth on think about it, 4 different trips on an ambulance, but also all day in the ER, like on a stretcher, not in a room, not admitted, all day long. And I'm sorry, but hospitals, everybody knows, if they're not morons, are petri dishes. Okay, when you're already frail and weak and your immune system's not very strong. You know what I mean? Of course, they're going to say, well, she might have just caught something from you. You might be a carrier. Of course you're going to say that, you know? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. But had she not declared her independence, none of this would have happened. Had she not declared her independence, she wouldn't have fallen on Sunday. And then they take her, especially when I'm like, you know, she wasn't acting right on Friday, but that was psych, and they made me feel bad for calling them. Essentially, your mom can do as she wants. You gotta let her do as she wants. Call us when she falls. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that. Those motherfuckers want her more. They call us when she falls. That was one of them. Another one, when you keep her walker and wheelchair away from her, you're taunting her. It's like, ha, you can't have it. No, it wasn't like that. It was me trying to protect her from herself. And we proved what happens when I don't, or when I'm not allowed. Okay? She didn't fall out of bed. She didn't fall out of bed. She has bars on the bed. She fell just trying to get up to go to the bathroom on her own. It took 2 measly days, and any given moment in the between, she could have fallen. As I watched in horror, she went back and forth, wheelchair walker. One wrong move, you forget to lock the wheelchair. You know? Whatever. So that's the deal. That's the deal. I'm going to visit her and I'm getting a ride. But she's back in the ICU, and she came home Sunday bad off. But then they said she had no diarrhea, so they wanted to discharge her again in the middle of the night like they did when she hurt her when I called because her foot was... I just can't win, okay? The fact is, it's called the domino effect. This never would have happened to her, okay? I'm not saying she couldn't have wound up back in the hospital, but again, she's been taking her Lasix. I've been doing the best I can to take care of her. I mean, I really believe when you're that weak and you keep getting more antibiotics and whatever destroys your immune system, you can catch any given thing in the hospital. I could go today and catch something. Okay? So I'm not as frail and weak and old as her. She's back on the ICU. Not hooked up to it, you know, but she's still back in the ICU. And twice she was medically cleared, and they did tons of tests and told me there was nothing wrong with her. In fact, they wanted to discharge her earlier than I let them. I'm like, I didn't know if you're going to discharge or admit or whatever. I didn't know she's coming home. I have to do this, and I wanted to just go to the store, and I wanted, the second night she was coming home that month, I wanted to bathe, and I cannot let them in, so, you know, they can't come here. Like, look, you know,